Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I hope everyone is well. My name is Nura. I am from Ghurfa Al-Alima, and this is my first time joining the Dawra, so I'm in Mustawa 1. A little bit of background about myself. I'm actually a Malaysian, but I've been here for over 15 years now in the UK. I moved here as a student and I've stayed here ever since. Currently, I am being a mother at home. I do a bit of part-time work. Most importantly, I'm a lifelong ilm seeker. That's the reason why I choose Al-Alima, because I feel like I resonate with the name Al-Alima. That means, I think, with my limited Arabic knowledge, it's about, seeking knowledge, loving knowledge, and embracing knowledge. Why and how did I join the Dawra? So, to be honest, why I joined the Dawra, I have no absolute reason why. But I think the how is more interesting to share. So basically, I never really heard about the Dawra before. The first time I ever heard about Tarim was probably over 4-5 years ago, when a video of Tarim just randomly popped up on my YouTube feed. People visiting Tarim and spoke highly about this place. First impression of Tarim was like, this is the place where only pious people get to go, because at the time I felt like I'm just an average Muslim. I wasn't quite practicing, even though I've been born and raised as a Muslim. But I felt at the time was so far from the deen, and I don't deserve any of this. So I just left that at there, moved on with my life. And so my spiritual journey had a turn maybe a couple of years ago, when I suffered from postpartum depression. So after 15 years of living abroad, obviously I have adopted and really glorified the Western life. And when I went through postpartum depression, at the time, any of that Western ideology, self-help, therapy didn't really help. And Alhamdulillah, as a last resort, I actually Googled up on the internet how to fix depression as a Muslim. And then that's when Surah Ad-Duha came to me. And I was so amazed by how such a short surah could encapsulate the feeling of someone being in the dark and feeling so tired and exhausted. But Allah encapsulate the essence of it and gave comforting, uplifting words to uplift our Prophet at the time. And I was surprised to know that Allah is so loving and so caring, and His most beloved Rasulullah SAW was tested greatly and also go through or share a similar feeling, because I always thought pious people don't suffer with depression. So that was a turning point, and I started to embrace the deen. I started to join a sisterhood online, where I attended class regularly, and that's when I first heard of Ustazah Farhana, because she was like guest speaker there from time to time, and she spoke highly about Tarim, and I got quite intrigued. But again, I kind of left it there. They have any serious intention to do much or learn more about it. And so fast forward to now, just days before the day of Arafah. So I was trying to draft my grand dua, big things that I want to ask, because I know in the last 2 years I have progressed so much, and I felt like I've covered my bases. But I know that it's like this sacred garden where only pious people get to enter in this dunya, and how they can be so full on the akhirah focus. And I want to understand that more, but I just don't know how to word the dua properly. I was just asking for Allah guide me. Allah, please guide me. And Alhamdulillah, just a couple of days or a few days after, I saw posting by Ustazah Farhana on her Instagram about the Dawra. I tried to look things up, because I never really heard of the Dawra before. I don't know what it entails. So I told myself, just, sign up to it and we'll see how it goes. So now it's been over 4-5 weeks into the Dawra, and I've attended the classes, joined the awrad and mawlid whenever I can. The time difference is quite tough on me, because that means I have to be awake at 12 midnight to join the morning classes, and I have to miss a few other things so that I can sleep in between and still attend to my family. And then through the day, I try to join as much as I can. Alhamdulillah, Allah has made it really easy for me. My family has been very understanding, and my husband has been truly enjoying whatever that, all the gems that I get to share with him. A lot of things that we don't know, and a lot of things that we need to polish, like the way we do wudu, the way we do our prayer. In terms of learning, it has been very enlightening. I have never felt more grateful that Allah has answered my dua so quickly. So in terms of reflection or lessons that I've learned, I want to share the takeaway that I've learned so far. So takeaway number 1 is that I am still so far behind and I shouldn't be complacent with what I'm currently offering in terms of my ibadah. You can imagine in this life, in our spiritual journey, there are many levels, like a game. And I am only at level 1 at this point. And Rasulullah SAW is probably like level 5 billion, so high up. And he is the one that is most beloved by Allah. And we have the awliya, etc., all the way down to the bottom. And I'm just like level 1. I shouldn't be complacent with the bare minimum that I'm currently offering. Who am I to think that I'm deserving of highest of Jannah with this little ibadah that I'm offering? That I still have a lot more shortcomings. I have past sins. I'm just hoping for Allah's mercy at this point. Then He will overlook all my shortcomings and accept my tawbah. And through His mercy only, I can only hope for His mercy. How did I get to this learning point? Is because when I look at the scheduling, it is very intense, especially with the time difference that I'm at right now. So that means I have to wake up like right in the middle of the night to attend classes and then sleep somewhere in between and then still attend to my family. But I kind of like zoom out from, this negative circle of thoughts and just like, you know what? This is what you ask for in your dua, that you want to get close to Allah. In order to get close to Allah, you need to get close to your lifestyle, to have to mirror as close as possible to the lifestyle of those that He loves, and that will be following the prophetic lifestyle and following the sunnah as close as I can, learning from the awliya, the people who are adhering, observing and preserving this prophetic lifestyle. And that will be the people of Tarim, the teacher and the students of Tarim. And alhamdulillah, here I am being guided to join Dawra, and then I get to have, I may not get the full experience, but I'm getting a glimpse. And this is, Allah is like, here is the warm-up schedule for you in order to get on to the next level. And thinking about that already make me feel, thank you Allah. I have a lot more work to do, but thank you for guiding me. This is the guidance that I asked for. Immerse myself in the schedule, stop complaining, and just give my best. Because as Ustaz Farhana said, that this is a banquet, and you can take whatever that you need, and Allah knows exactly what you need to hear and you need to learn at the moment. The second takeaway is actually an observation about the teachers and students of that is involved in the Dawra. Is about being easygoing upon others. And this is also, there is this repetitive message about being merciful and being easy upon others. Just how Allah and Rasulullah SAW has taught us. Being easy upon yourself is by being forgiving, that you may not be able to attend all the classes that the Dawra is offering because you have duty outside of Dawra, or because you live in different time zones. And then be easy on others, because everyone here have weaknesses. As one of the sayings says, that give 70 excuses for other people's weaknesses. As we go through the Dawra, you can see the attendance is getting sparse and sparse. If this has been, in any other school, we would have been scolded or being told off for like not coming so often. Probably not, some of our names probably been, labeled as like, latecomers, or like non-attendance, this frequent non-attendance, etc. But I haven't heard a single word like that from any of the ustazah here. They have always have positive thoughts upon others, and I think this is a true embodiment of the teachings of Daruzzahra, when they have been taught to always be easygoing upon others. When there are not many people attending outright, and the first thing that Ustazah Anisa said was like, maybe they are doing it by their own. She was concerned about, there was one student that she saw didn't quite turn up very often, and the first thing she asked would be, is the sister okay? I mean, you don't see this kind of like attitude being shown in typical education system, because there's this glamorized name and shame kind of culture. At the same time, inconsiderate, because everyone has different life situation. So Alhamdulillah for Islam, and Alhamdulillah for the Sunnah, who has taught us to think well upon others. So I hope, and this will be something that I will continue to work on, to think of 70 excuses I can give to someone who might not act the way I expected. So yeah, in this world full of self-centeredness, all about prioritizing my own right, be the person who make others feel at ease. And it is hard, but for sure Allah will have special gaze upon you for trying to make other people feel easy. So I want to take this opportunity to say jazakillahu khair to all the teachers and all the people behind the scene who has been keep the dawra running, and may Allah reward you immensely. And my third takeaway from dawra so far is about how special you are to Allah. You already have that special relationship with Allah. I know in typical days, we would seek that special relationship with other human being, be it family or friends. And just think about the last time someone gave you a gift and it is exactly what you had in mind, and someone make you a certain food and then it is exactly the way you like it being cooked, and that is Allah, but 1,000 times better. Back to how I thought about people of Tarim 4 years ago, that this is a special place where only special people go. And I never really thought that I would be here at this point of my life with this much sense of awareness of Allah and how much He exists in my everyday life. I had always thought that Allah would prefer the level of piety, but no, He only wants you to take as one step towards Him. He will come running to you, and that is so true. One of my favorite class in this Dawra is the Kulasa, and one of the class recently, Ustaz Munibah said about that Allah is very, very merciful, and His mercy, His blessing doesn't decrease or increase. It's like so much, and everyone will get blessings accordingly to what they need, and Allah knows exactly when and what to give to this particular person. So Dawra is my dua of Arafah being answered, and somehow Allah listened to my chaotic train of thoughts and my wild heart. I'm still battling my own nerves. I still have doubts about if I could achieve certain level of piety or not. Maybe I don't deserve it, And how sweet it is to have like a Rob that listens and answer and without judgment. He still provides. He hinted and He provides. He guides, and then whenever He guides or He inspires you to ask for something, He's about ready to give it to you. That means you're about to achieve it. And so if you seek that relationship with other people, know that you have the best relationship. You have way better relationship with Allah, which you should take care of. Never in my life I would have thought that I would be here sitting around people who had been to Dawra or had been to Tarim, educated in Tarim, still in Tarim. A few years ago, come across deep in my mind that one day be mingling around people, these pious people, people who want to achieve a higher level of piety. And although I cannot physically get to Tarim, Allah brought Tarim to me, and this is one of the sweetest gifts that I've ever received. And in Urfa meeting the other day, Ustazah Faiza said that is this kind of secret in Dawra, and you will feel it. To me, it's not that Iman high, but it's just this massive enlightenment that, wow, life makes sense. All this time where things felt hard, and every moment of your life has been carefully curated to prepare you for the next one. So nothing in this life is by accident. I am here because Allah knows that I can and I will. So from now on, I'm going to be so excited about whatever inspiration that come across my mind, because and turn it into a dua. I know I'm optimistic that Allah will give it to me. If it's not here, it's in the afterlife. Ask for big impossible thing, because nothing is impossible with Allah. I never thought in a million years that I would dream of a valley in Yemen. So here I am, hoping that one day I'll get to be in Tarim and just absorb everything in there. So to end my reflection, thank you for listening till the end. I know this is very long, but I am very happy and so thankful for Dawra. It has changed my life in a way that I never thought. So yeah, and I'm gonna savor every moment, every day that is left of Dawra, and then I hope that I can continue to be consistent and istiqamah in my study of the deen. That one day we could all meet one another. I dream of one day we can all sit together and do qasidah together. If it's not here, inshallah, in the most beautiful palace in Akhirah.